Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel for 6 things that we learned from Fulham 0, Chelsea 2. A massive win for Chelsea Football Club, but above all else, seeing Chelsea score 2 goals in 60 seconds when it has been an entire month since we've seen Chelsea score. I don't know about you lot, but I think, as well as the return of 6 things we learned, that is more than enough reason to hit the like button on this video. And I also want to send you guys to the top link in the description so that you can follow my Telegram. There's going to be a £500 cash giveaway as soon as we hit 5,000 followers on the Telegram, and we're less than 1,000 away. Chelsea today were good. There were much more improvements. There was still a few things that aren't quite perfect. We saw the game out very well in the second half. I think there was definitely today a cohesion within the midfield that we have been seeing build slowly. But I think between Gallagher, Enzo and Caicedo, what we saw today is something that Chelsea can absolutely carry forward. It was quite sad at the end to see Caicedo colliding with Willian, both players staying down, not looking good. Hopefully, it's just going to be collision pain as opposed to the triggering of a brand new Chelsea injury. We also saw an incredible first goal for Mudryk. I called it on Twitter earlier today. For those of you that saw that, big shout out to you. Make sure you're following the Twitter. Mudryk gets the first goal, and then Armando Broja gets a little bit lucky, but it's all down to the work to Cole Palmer, following and chasing the defender down, giving the Fulham defender absolutely no options. And in the end, he gets the ball back, and Armando Broja gets a lucky touch. But it is these kind of moments when we talk about Chelsea not playing well, Chelsea not being able to finish. Sometimes you just need a little bit of luck, and that's exactly what we got there. And from 2-0, Fulham started to grow into the game in the second half. They started to dominate possession in the opening 25 minutes or so of the second half, and it looked as though if they were able to create some clear-cut opportunities, then maybe the tide was going to change. But the one massive chance that they had from Lukic, he hits it straight at Sanchez, who puts himself in the middle of the goal, makes himself big, makes the save with the leg. Fulham don't get themselves a goal back, and we're talking not just about one Chelsea goal, but we're talking about 2. And we're also talking about a clean sheet. So without any further ado, because I want to get back to bed and get back to my sleep, box number 1 is a green box for Mudryk. And I don't know about you lot, but when you hear all the comments that we've heard over the course of the last 24 hours or so about all of the work that the Chelsea players can see that Mudryk's putting in, that Pochettino can see that Mudryk's been putting in on the training ground, for him to come in today and play really, really well. It wasn't just the goal. There was a couple of poor touches, a couple of times where he tried to get to the byline, but a heavy touch let him down. The goal is absolutely magnificent. It's a persistent run, moving forward down that left-hand side from Levi Colwill. Again, another player just brand new to this Chelsea team, really, playing out of position. He's still not a left-back. No matter what we say about it, he's still a centre-back. He gets forward, puts in an absolutely perfectly weighted pass over the top into Mudryk, who makes a really intelligent run. You heard Frank Lampard talking about it if you're watching the Sky Sports coverage at half-time. Mudryk makes the run in behind the defender, and all it then takes is a pass master like Levi Colwill to pick him out. The finish is good, gets it down on his chest and puts it through the legs of Leno. 1-0 to Chelsea. And then, as you can see, when Mudryk goes over to celebrate, you've got Enzo running to him. You've got Caicedo running to him. Everybody is elated. It has not been the opening 9 months as a Chelsea player that Mudryk would have wanted. All we've heard is that he puts in so much work, and to see him get that goal, I personally could not be happier for the bloke. It was a brilliant finish, and it sets Chelsea up. And I think you can see on his face when he scores that goal, it's elation, but it's also relief. And he absolutely needed that. Chelsea needed that when we're still trying to put together starting 11s, because there are so many injuries. You've got lots of pundits in the football world now talking about Man United's injury list. We know that Chelsea have had this problem for a very long time. And to see players that haven't been scoring, haven't been delivering, all we can ask right now, as I said in the preview, we've got Fulham away and then Burnley away. 2 matches that we absolutely have to win to build upon the momentum last week at Brighton and to go into that horrible run of fixtures that we've got for the rest of October into November, December, with as best chance as possible to use what we're building to be able to get results in those matches. But we move into box number 2 as I look down to check my phone. Cole Palmer, absolutely magnificent today. He comes off after 78 minutes, but what I really like about Palmer is his positional awareness. The second goal, Armando Broja, he doesn't get a box today. Delighted for the bloke. I think he was working hard, but you can clearly tell he's still not fit. Goes off after 60 minutes, but apparently that was simply a fact of he was always going to play 60 minutes today, and he wasn't going to finish the match. But he's down on the floor. He looks as though he's very, very tired. But the work that Cole Palmer puts in to position himself in a place where the Fulham defender couldn't get the ball out, and then, of course, the pass is perfect. We know this about Palmer. When he's got the ball at his feet, he's very technical. He's got a wand of a left foot. Didn't really need to use it like a magic wand, but he puts the ball into the right place. And once again, the deflection hits it into Armando Broja and it goes into the back of the net. Another thing that is massive about Palmer is the work rate. You can tell that he sees this move to Chelsea as one of those moves where if he's getting starts, which we only saw twice last season in the Premier League for Manchester City, then there's an opportunity here. With all the injuries that Chelsea have, with the lack of fluidity, dynamism, goals, output in the final third, Cole Palmer today absolutely took his opportunity. When he's on the ball, he seems to have this calmness, this composure and quality with the final pass, which is absolutely everything that Chelsea have been looking for. He made the second goal. Probably, I don't know if it goes down as an assist, if it deflects off the defender into Broja. Let me know in the comments down below. Maybe it's just because I've not been making videos for a while. I've totally forgotten the rules of the game. We move into box number 3. What a monstrous performance today, in the best way possible, from Moises Caicedo. People were laughing at him when we saw the first couple of games and he made those high-profile mistakes, particularly at West Ham. You're looking at it and you're thinking, what have Chelsea done here? Have we just gone and wasted 100 million? Absolutely not. He's not taken him very long at all. If you think about how many games he's played in a Chelsea shirt, we're putting together new lineups every single week to cater for just crazy amounts of injuries, left, right and centre. Caicedo today was absolutely magnificent. He goes off towards the end for Noni Madueke, who comes off for 45 seconds. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments down below. But I just pray that this isn't anything other than pain from the collision of the tackle with Willian. But Caicedo was everywhere today, sliding in, winning the ball, breaking up the play, offering those passing movements, going forward. That was all about Caicedo and the vision to immediately look up, play it diagonal forwards, progressive, towards Levi Colwill to put the ball into Mudryk. That is what we thought we were buying when we spend 100 million on Moises Caicedo. That's what he does so well. Wins the ball, doesn't need too much time on the ball, doesn't faff around with it, looks up and makes the pass forward. That's what Chelsea spent the money on. And today was by far his best performance so far in a Chelsea shirt. You got physical players in that Fulham midfield, but Chelsea today managed the game so well across the entirety of the middle of the park between Caicedo, Enzo, and of course, Conor Gallagher, who is box number 4. He gets the man of the match on Sky. This guy, a lot of people wrote him off at the beginning of the season. Whenever there is a Chelsea loss or a Chelsea draw or a result that we're not happy with, Conor seems to be scapegoated so often. What we saw today, captain's armband on his arm once again, covered, I think, the most distance of any player on the pitch, was breaking things down, winning the ball back, nice little touches into play between Caicedo and Enzo in the middle. As much as we may have spent hundreds of millions on Enzo and Caicedo, do not underestimate just how massive Gallagher's performance was today. He gets the man of the match, but more importantly, when Chelsea are in this current period, Pochettino has trusted him to wear that captain's armband. You've got Enzo out there. You've got Thiago Silva out there, but no, Gallagher is his captain. And I must admit, the more I see Gallagher play this season, the more we start to see those combinations, and then you've got your Cole Palmers coming in to link that midfield with the attack. Gallagher is a very important player for us right now, as we still see players waiting to come back from injury. it's going to be very difficult for anybody to potentially displace Conor Gallagher in this team. He's been absolutely brilliant. Puts in a man of the match display today, was all over the pitch, had a couple of chances as well, getting the balls in. Ian Maatsen could have made it 3-0, but it hit the post, and then Enzo missed the rebound, but that was all because of the movement and forward thinking of Conor Gallagher. We move into box number 5. We mentioned it with the assist for Mudryk, but Levi Colwill is my box number 5. Once again, Chelsea. I keep saying injuries, but we're plagued. We're absolutely plagued, which is what makes these victories even more sweet. Levi's pass to Mudryk is everything that we know that Levi can do. Making those balls with the weight of that pass to get the ball onto Mudryk's chest in between the lines to finish. Levi Colwill has been so impressive. And I think what we don't really understand yet, for those of you that didn't watch him too much at Brighton, for those of you that are waiting to see him explode at Chelsea, Pochettino keeps picking him. He's fit. And he's not playing in his best position, but he is doing such a great job, which again, with such a young team, we've got to look at the positives of how these players are able to take on instructions. Marc Cucurella today goes in at right back again, like he did last week against Brighton in the second half of the Cup, playing really well. His positioning today, also fantastic. Cucurella didn't want to get forward as much because the balance comes from allowing Colwill to get forward, but it was measured. It was managed well. He was rarely out of position, was making blocks in defensive areas too. And I want to give box number 6, as a result of all of this, to Mauricio Pochettino. Once again, so many things to deal with, but Chelsea today looked fast. We were rapid. We were creating chances, but actually finishing them off. 60 seconds worth of magic. We have been waiting a month for this one. And I'm going to give Pochettino box number 6 to show my full support for the manager. A lot of people have been saying some negative things. Is he going to be good enough? Is he going to be able to turn it around? We've made a massive step with this win at Craven Cottage tonight. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know the 6 things that you learned from Fulham 0, Chelsea 2 in the comments below. I'll see you guys later for player ratings. Come on, you Blues.